There's no need to complicate things. Let's stick to the basics. We both know what we want. Let's just keep it simple.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Let's Thrive Together, my podcast. My name's Carol Witt, and I'm the founder and director of Young Entrepreneurs Alliance, known as Y.E.A. We are a global coaching program delivered to business owners where they can take their business to the next level. Our 7 pillars teach you how to create and operate from a thriving mindset. We are currently serving students in 39 countries, of which 33 are in Africa. We offer 3 programs, the North America, Team Africa, and our brand new Youth Empowerment Program. They are each 10 weeks on Zoom twice a year, the spring course and the fall course. And we teach the 7 pillars for thriving now. Mindset, guys, it's a big deal. Focus, what you focus on is what you get. Declaration, speak it and make it so. Visualization, your roadmap to your future. Accountability / imperfect action, empowered to keep your word to yourself and others. Creativity, experience your greatness. Community, leadership, empower your community through your bold leadership. We are involved with many of our students' projects or businesses that they've created in Y.E.A. These projects and businesses make a difference in their communities. So guys, do you know how to create a thriving mindset and disrupt the limited mindset? Y.E.A. does. You can get on our wait list for our May 2024 course and become part of our thriving community. You can find our website in the description below, and let's thrive together. Bye now.
There's no need to complicate things. Let's stick to the basics. We both know what we want. Let's just keep it simple. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of my podcast, Let's Thrive Together, and Mindset. It is a big deal. And I have the pleasure of having my guest, Ingrid, on tonight, Johanns. And I want to just tell you a little bit about her before I bring her on. And she is somebody I've known for a while. She's been a student in my program, Y.E.A. program. She's also been a coach in my program. And I saw so much growth in her that it was so obvious that she should be a coach in our last program. So she came and she was a coach, and she made a huge difference inside of it. And whenever she shares, she really brings value to our program. So I'm going to bring her on now, and she can introduce herself and tell you what she's up to and what's going on in her life. Ingrid, come join us.
Hello.
Hi.
Thanks for having me, Carol. I'm honored that you asked.
Oh.
I love being on your podcast. This is fun. So let's see. So I'm Ingrid Johanns, and it's funny whenever someone asks me, like, "Oh, tell us about yourself," I'm always a little like deer in the headlights, like, I don't know where to begin. In terms of, I've had a lot of different careers. So I've been an entrepreneur, I've been a business person, I've worked in corporate, I worked for Chevron Texaco. I've been in the high tech industry. I worked for a blockchain company, Bitcoin mining company. I've also spun off and become a massage therapist, full-time massage therapist. And I developed a really cool technique, which I love talking about. And let's see what else. I'm also a mom. I have 3 boys. I'm raising them, and they're 17, 14, and 10. And yeah, it's like and right now in my life, I'm kind of in a reinvention mode. I have been trying on a lot of different ideas of which direction I want to take my life now, because I have kind of this whole rainbow assortment of different ways I could work or directions I could go. I have my high tech side, I have my creative side, I have my compassionate, loving, healing side of massage. So I'm a smorgasbord in terms of what do you do? So, but right now I'm literally reinventing again. And so I'm exploring a lot of ideas. So that's where I'm at right now. So
Okay. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
yeah.
And I hope you'll be coming back to coach in May.
Oh, I was waiting for you to send the invitation.
Absolutely going to.
So, yeah,
All
I'd
right.
love to. Yeah.
So Ingrid, we're going to talk about mindset today. And I want to do an exercise. And we've not ever done this exercise because it's a new one that I created. And I will tell you why I'm actually going to add it to my May course. Okay.
All right,
All
great.
right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you some really empowering, inspiring words. But I
Okay.
want you to take it to the limited side, the negative side, the darker side. Okay.
All right.
I want you to tell me what these words mean to you, but on the negative or
Like
limited
if I
side.
were thinking in a limited
Yeah,
way.
limited way.
Okay,
Okay.
sure.
All
Limited
right. So the first word I'm going to give you is light. Light.
light.
Mhm.
Darkness.
Mhm. Okay.
Yes.
Anything else you want to say about
Too
it?
bright,
Too
hurts your
bright.
eyes,
Okay.
you know,
Okay. Got it.
too much light.
Too much light. Okay. All right. The next word is green.
Green, limited on green. Weeds and
Weed.
trouble. Just
Got
too
it.
much
Okay.
green.
Weeds. Okay.
Work.
Work. Okay. All right. Next one. Exercise.
Oh, that's an easy one to go with the limited mindset part.
Mm,
It hurts.
it
I
hurts.
don't feel like it.
You don't feel like
No thanks.
it.
Not
Okay.
worth
Understood.
it.
Totally got it. Okay. And the last one, leadership.
Leadership, uh, responsibility
Responsibility.
and putting yourself out there
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
and being a target.
Being a target. Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome. Okay, now I'm going to tell you why I do this exercise. I want
sure.
people to actually see that you do not have to create in a limited mindset.
Mm,
It's just there. It's automatic. It's right there. You can pull it right up. But a thriving mindset, you actually have to create it. We have to go into a creative space and create. Okay. And that's what we're going to do tonight. And so I have a question for you.
all right.
My question is, do you believe that mindset is a big deal? And tell us why.
Absolutely. If there was one thing I learned from Y.E.A, it's that mindset is a big deal. And that because mindset is behind every action you take or every action you don't take, really.
Mm.
And so it's like whether you go for it or you stay back. So it's like it's it's it covers everything in terms of how your life turns out, what you're actually able to get done. It's just, yeah, it's like it's at the heart of your life, your
Got it.
mindset. Yeah.
Really great. Okay. And I like that you put the emphasis on what you don't get done.
Yeah.
It can be
Yeah.
both. What
Uh,
you get done or don't get done. That's right. Okay. So you then believe that it impacts all areas of our lives. Do you have an example?
gosh, it's almost like a fish coming up with an example of water. An example of mindset. Well, for myself, oh gosh, I know that a positive one was that like in my early 20s, I had this mindset of like I'm unstoppable, and I can do whatever I want, and I could get to the top, and I had it in my mind I was going to be an executive, and I was the lowest on the totem pole where I was assisting a receptionist with her work, and so but that mindset of I will be an executive. I can do that. I can do what they're doing. In 4 years, I was a VP at a startup. And it was like, and I was young. I was like 24, 25. And you'd think, you can't do that. Now that's a mindset too. Is like, can't be an executive at 24. What are you talking about? So And that's an example of mindset too. So it's
Wow.
like, those two
I
mindsets.
love
That
that
was the one that
example.
popped to mind, but
Yeah, really, really great. Okay. All right. So I have another exercise for you. And you and I have done this exercise together in Y.E.A before.
okay, great.
And tonight you chose accountability that you want to look at. Like we're going to focus on the word accountability. Okay. And so what I want to do is I want you to quiet your mind for a second. And we're going to kind of peek into your life. You're going to tell us in some detail what your life looks like when you do not have accountability in it, when you do not have access to accountability, or you don't pull accountability toward you. What does life look like for you? We're looking in.
I'm looking. Okay.
Yeah.
When I don't have accountability, it's kind of like I am all alone floating in outer space. And I'm literally
Alone.
alone
Got
and
it.
I'm
And
floating.
you're floating.
And I almost feel like I don't have a lot of direction
No
and I
direction.
don't have results.
No
And
results. Oh, got
um,
it. Okay. You
or
see,
it's like the results are haphazard. They're kind of like,
oh,
bump
haphazard.
into a result, and
That's even better. Okay.
but
So
not
haphazard
predictable
results.
results and
Got it.
consistent results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that a thriving life?
No, no.
No, it's not, is it? Okay. All right. So I do know that the things that you are up to, you have to have some accountability. And I know that we have been teaching you accountability inside of Y.E.A. So now tell us, go back and look in your life and tell us, what does your life look like when you do use accountability, when you pull that toward you, when you reach out for it? What does it look like for you?
I feel connected. I feel successful. I
Yeah.
feel empowered. I feel like I'm able to stay on course.
Oh,
Like if I was driving and I have accountability, I'm on track. If
yeah.
I even if I get off track, it sort of puts me back on track.
Mm.
Whereas if I don't have accountability, I could just be off into the desert, the tumbleweeds,
The
just
tumbleweeds.
rolling along. And God knows.
I totally got it. Totally got that. Okay. And would you say life is thriving when you have accountability?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is.
Yeah. It
And I
really.
feel better about myself. I feel like,
Oh, yeah. Oh, got it. Totally got that.
yeah,
Okay. So now that you've looked at one side, which
right.
is your limited side, no accountability, and you looked at the thriving side with accountability,
Yeah.
what do you see possible now that you actually didn't see before doing this?
Actually, I hadn't really seen how lonely it is without accountability,
Oh,
which is kind of
got it.
like, at least for me, and
Mhm.
it just, I actually hadn't, because usually you think of accountability, you think of someone being like, Ingrid, did you
Uh,
get your thing done?
no.
You're like, leave me alone. I
Yeah.
don't want to be accountable. Um,
Mhm.
but really it's like it's connection and it's support. It is
Oh,
that keeping
yeah.
you on the track, and you're with someone. And then when
Oh,
you are on track and you're like, I'm hitting it, you have someone else going, yeah, you hitting it, like,
you
you
got
know,
cheerleaders.
yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of just accidentally, maybe you hit it on your own without
Yeah.
accountability, but like there's no one there to be like, look,
Yeah.
I just hit it,
Yes, you did it. You did it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it goes a long ways to have people in your corner knowing they're cheering you on,
yeah,
goes a long
right.
ways.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ingrid. Okay, I have one more exercise for you.
Okay,
We're going
great.
to look again at accountability. And so how can we overcome our limiting mindsets about accountability? We distinguish what we're saying that stops us and we
Mhm.
disrupt it. We create something that will be so empowering, it will kick us right back into action. Okay.
Okay. All
So
right. Great.
what I want you to do now is I want you to quiet your mind for a second. And I want you to tell me when you go to access accountability, go out to, maybe call me up and say, hey, Carol, this is what I want to do. Will you check on me? See if it's getting done.
Mhm.
When you go to do that, and that limited mindset says no, It's not safe. Don't get somebody else involved. Nah.
Right, right.
What what is that mind telling you to stop you from
Mhm.
taking on accountability? What is it saying? So listen and see what it says to you.
Okay, I'm going to listen for a moment. It's like you're gonna have to actually do this.
Oh, you're
Like
gonna actually
like
to do
like you're gonna and also and kind of like and actually what's with that is and I don't know if it's really the right thing and I don't know if I really want to do it
I
and
don't know if I really want.
I'm gonna be
Might not
made
be
to do
right for me.
it.
Oh yeah. And if you listen to that for very long, what happens?
Um, I'm just like a pile of sludge. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just in a sludge of uncertainty and kind
Mm,
of
yeah.
self-doubt and like
Mm,
just no movement forward if I'm
no movement. Yeah.
yeah.
No
I'm like,
act.
oh, I might have to actually do it.
Um,
Like,
totally
God
got that.
forbid I do the thing I want to do, you know.
Yep, I
Uh,
understand. Okay. Well, Ingrid, I know you've got some pretty amazing things that you are going toward, that you are looking at right now in your life. And so we want you in action. So I want you to create some magic. Let's create some magic, okay? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to look and see what could you say to yourself that would be so empowering that would kick you right back into action when you're stopped. What could you say to yourself about accountability that would have you so empowered and inspired that it would pull you forward in action? What could you say? Mine is accountability is my superpower.
right, right.
I
I know.
use that
Like,
one. I use it all the time. What could be yours that
right.
really moves you?
Hmm. Yeah, I need one. I need one of these disruptors. So let's see. And I can see on the positive, there's accountability where it's like I'm not alone and I'm not, like kind of
Mhm.
my own with it. There is like
Okay,
this
so
supportive
accountability is what?
thing.
What is it for you? Accountability is,
It's almost like it's friendship. It's like accountability is
whoa,
friendship.
whoa.
Like it kind
So,
of takes the naggy, you
yeah,
do
like
your homework, sort of mentality
mm,
out of my mindset of accountability.
friendship. Okay, say a
Like
little more
so
about
yeah.
friendship.
So okay, so
Accountability is what?
it's so I'll just it's like
What does it create?
if I imagine like
Accountability.
if I imagine calling up a friend and being like, I want you to hold me accountable to this,
Mm,
da, da, da,
okay.
da. It's
What about something connection?
yeah,
Like
it's like
it creates
it,
something for you. What's it create for you?
I mean it creates support, it creates encouragement, it creates like keeping myself from being derailed.
Yeah,
It,
well, is that
you know,
maybe like empowerment?
you
Like
know,
what's it create for you? It's got to be yours.
no,
So
it's gotta
keep
be my
looking. And I'm throwing things out for you to
yeah,
look
yeah,
and
no, that's
see.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Magic. We want
it's like
magic.
a guardrail, maybe it's like accountability is a guardrail. It's
Accountability
it's
is.
like you're go
Yeah,
like
but
how
does
when
that
you
light you up? It's
no, I know
not
it's not like
quite.
yay, it's a guardrail.
Yeah, guardrail. I don't think
That's
that
like
lights you
you
up.
go.
I didn't see any bells and whistles go off for you, okay? But what is
But
it?
it's
What's a
just like
guardrail for you? What? What
yeah.
is it?
It's it's kind of like protection from myself in a way, but I mean that doesn't really light me up
No.
because it's a negative kind of thing.
Yeah. Come on, what? There's something there for you and it's brewing and I can see it. Keep looking.
It's like a supportive,
It's
connected, like
mm,
friendship sort of
and you said
that's
friendship. So
like like and what because it's like I see it as like when the people I would have hold me accountable in a way would be friends, like they would be someone I know or someone it's like
What
the
if it's something accessibility to friendship?
yeah,
What
I
if
mean,
it's something you want to look and see? What's it give you access to? What's it do for you? Look in that area
it
for.
also it's like obviously it's like there's this connection, but then I mean there's also the result of like
Mhm.
being accountable. It's like it gets the job done,
Oh,
like in a
okay.
sense, like it or it helps me. It doesn't even it doesn't get the job done. I'm getting the job done.
No,
They're
you
not,
get the job done.
but it's
But
like
what? So what is it? What
I
is it?
know.
I feel like it's right there. Keep looking, keep looking. Remember, I say it's my superpower. I say I deserve to thrive. Those are my like go-tos. So what is it for you?
'Cause I think it's like I do. The reason I picked accountability for us to work on was like because I feel like I spend a lot of time in the negative of accountability,
Of
but
it.
like it's
That's why you're being blocked a little bit,
that's why
right?
it's like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's so great about
Mm.
accountability over here. So I'm
But
like,
But
but
you did say something around friendship, and what you've said about accountability is like, somebody's going to check in on you
you
and like force you to maybe do something you don't want to do, and maybe it is that you turn that around for yourself.
yeah, because really also at the same time I was seeing that I'm not being forced to do something I don't want to do, really.
Yeah,
Like really what
because
I
it is
want to
something
do
you're
is the
saying
thing I
you
want to
want to do, right?
do. So it's
So what do you see?
so
There's
it's
something there. There's something there. What is it?
it's kind of like accessibility, like
What's it give you access to? Accountability gives me access to what? What's it
to
do for you?
it's like to my it's like to success or to my dreams. I mean, in terms of success of whatever it is I'm trying to do.
Think
It's like,
it's
yeah.
something about your greatness, my dear.
Hmm,
I think
true.
it's something about your greatness. We have
Yeah.
experienced your greatness in Y.E.A, and I think it's something around your greatness. It's access to your greatness, or
No,
it's
you're
or
right. Because it's
it's
like,
something about your greatness that it just flashed for me. Something about your greatness, I think.
well,
What?
I could almost say accessibility is rocket fuel because
Oh my gosh, that's it.
it's,
Yeah.
it's the rocket fuel because
Accountability is
yeah,
access to my rocket fuel.
it is
That
rocket
it
fuel.
came right out of your
And
mouth
it,
and you
and it
laughed
adds,
when you
it
said
like
it.
pours it in and it's like,
Yeah, it's
okay.
your rocket fuel. Oh my gosh, that's magic. That just became magic. Yeah,
Because I used to always say, so way back when I was
yeah.
doing my business years
Mhm.
ago, um, we would have, we had high accountability in that business. Every day we had a meeting and we discussed our to-dos the next day we discussed whether we got those to-dos done and
Ah,
and then we'd create new to-dos. And if we found that we weren't doing a to-do consistently, like we'd pull over and be like, now, why haven't you called this guy yet? Like, what's going on? Like, and not in a naggy way, but in a like, how do we support this person
support you.
getting called or something
Yeah.
that needs to be called? And when we did that, when we had the daily meeting and the going around and being accountable for our to-dos, instead of just having your to-do list and good luck, it was like, did you get it done? Did you get it done? Did you get it done? We took off like a rocket ship. I mean, we were
Oh,
on fire.
I
So
love it. I
because it was
love
like we are getting our to-dos done.
I love it. That's it. That
So
is it. And that's why it came out of your mouth.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Say it again. Say it again. I want to see your face light
I
up.
even just want to say like accountability is rocket fuel. It's
There it
for
is. That's
my business.
it. It is rocket fuel. And what I want to do, because I want you to own it, I'm going to say, Ingrid, accountability is my rocket fuel.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I like
So
it.
you own it. It's
Thank you.
yours. Yeah.
It's my little nugget.
It's yours. You created it. It's amazing. And I will create a Canva disruptor Canva
Yeah,
image
I love
disruptor,
that
so
because
you
it,
have it on your phone and you can see it and use it often. Okay.
yeah, that's great. I love
Really, really, really great, my dear. Okay. So remember, remember, um, mindset is our beliefs about that area of life, and it's your thoughts and your position. It's also your shoulds and should nots about that area of life, any area of life you're looking at. Okay. And now that you have seen
it.
and discovered the beliefs that hold you back, now you can create, Ingrid, anything you want to create. You can go after that area and open it up, create something that lights you up, kicks you right back into action, empowers you. Don't settle for less than rocket fuel.
Oh,
I love that. And remember, mindset is a choice, and the power is in you distinguishing it for yourself. That's what you did. You saw what you said to yourself, and then you could create something that was way more
right.
powerful, and leaving you in an empowered space, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. And only, here's the news though, only you can create that mindset that empowers you and kicks you back into action. Nobody else can really create it for you. I could throw out ideas, but you found it. That's
right,
why I wanted to say, Ingrid, it's talking to you.
right.
You created it. I want you to own that. It's beautiful, really beautiful. So
Thank
let
you.
me ask you,
Mhm.
after being on my podcast with me and doing these exercises, what value are you taking away for yourself tonight?
Oh my gosh, it's obvious. So I actually, when you gave me those choices of things to work on, and one was focus and the other was creativity and accountability.
Mhm.
I mean, I was like, oh, an easier one would be creativity or something. Um, but I picked accountability because I really felt stuck in it. Like I felt like, I don't want,
Yeah,
I
I
just don't
got
want
it.
to.
Totally
And
got it.
and I felt like I have an absence of accountability in my life
Mhm.
in a lot of ways. And in some way I was okay with that because I didn't like accountability. So I just feel like you just pulled me out of the rut, of like
Oh,
of where I
I
was. So in
love
terms of
that.
the value tonight, I just feel like, oh, you're right. Like now I'm reminded that it is rocket fuel. And it's actually, and it is in a sense my friend. It's like actually accountability isn't a mean
No,
wagging
no,
finger at
it
me. It's
it
actually
fuels you
a
forward, boy.
support. It's a friend. So
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to worry that it's a thing of a negative thing any longer. It's a
right.
positive and powerful thing in your life now.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
So that really helped me pull
Awesome.
me out of
Really awesome. Thank you, Ingrid. I want to thank you for being an awesome guest. And I want to thank everybody else for joining us for another episode of Let's Thrive Together. And guys, mindset, it is a big deal. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you for having me.
There's no need to complicate things. Let's stick to the basics.